my folks moved, and I was pretty well established in Mountain Lake, and you know, I was tired of moving all the time. My uncle, I.D. Bargain, established the first auto body shop in all southern Minnesota and asked me to work for him. So at the age of 70, I would go to the shop in the evening, and I would practice welding, knocking out dents, doing some painting, and all the rest.
How old were you, Dad?
I was 17 when I began that, still in school, but then I quit. I was taking piano lessons too from Mr. Clausen, and I thought that he had the most beautiful daughter anybody could have. You know, possibility to shoot two birds with one stone. But Uncle Sam got me before my 7th lesson. And I loved the old gospel tabernacle that was in the streets of Mountain Lake, and the Lion's Message. I finally informed my dad, and I had to do that. I was underage. I finally informed my father that I would be remaining in Mountain Lake with my sister Helen. Together we rented the upstairs in a home just down here a block. At the age of 17 I quit school and was on my own in this world, totally and completely. I soon started working full-time for my uncle, making $99 a month. I mean, can you imagine why 99? Why not make it 100? Well, $1 was worth a lot. Back then we could buy 6 gallons of gas for that $1. So it meant a lot. Meant a lot. We wouldn't understand that today. Life was real good, but I began to hear news of rumblings. This is where it began, of Hitler was up to. Not realizing that at a time that would take over 4 years of my young life. In about 3 years, I would be an American soldier. How life can turn and change. I still got a little bit over here. The German Chancellor Adolf Hitler invaded Poland. We heard all about it. And Poland fell. German authorities ordered all Jews to identify themselves by wearing a Star of David on their clothing. Never dreamt here again that one day I would be part of liberating Jews from a concentration camp. Life sure takes you on many curves and dead ends that cannot be foreseen. We would have to say that only God knows the future, so why not trust Him? That's what we did. Poland's new German government created ghettos, and in the cities we began to hear about the Jews and how they were being persecuted and all, and what was coming down the line. Since the Jews couldn't leave their ghettos, they must depend on the German food for their rations. And every Jew only had 250 calories per person a day. The Poles got 670 calories. The Germans 2,300 calories. Many Jews began to die of starvation and disease. We're almost done here now, I think. We were waiting for the news every day. The headlines screamed that the German forces marched into France, Luxembourg, and Belgium. Here again, never knowing that I would be part of the army that would liberate all 3 of these nations, of these countries. Then we read where Italy joined the war on Hitler's side, and across the Atlantic, Americans were stunned by the war developments, and how well I remember that. President Franklin R. Roosevelt announced the buildup of a peacetime army and signed legislation requiring every man to register for the draft. U.S. begins to prepare for its inevitable entry into the war. And very soon, I had to arrive to sign up for the draft. And my future was sealed, or at least it was unknown. I began to withdraw all my civilian goals and concentrate on preparing a brand new way of life, an American soldier. That was really the beginning of World War II.